so you just have to focus on us.
I could have done a PowerPoint if I knew.
So Peter has so eloquently said, Enrich Plus actually started in the Waikato. We were called Gracelands. We're now 33 years old, so we were set up in response, as many of the organisations probably in the room were, as part of the deinstitutionalisation of bringing people into the community. So we were called Gracelands until 2013. We were rebranded as Enrich Plus. So we are part of the Enrich Group. So the Enrich Group has Enrich Plus Trust. So I am the operations manager or executive lead for services, depending on which day you want to call it. Wear multiple hats. We have Mackenzie Centre, which is our early intervention centre. We have our Enrich Plus Enrich Group Property Trust that manages all our properties. And then we have the Enrich Group Management Services, which we set up about 3 years ago, which is a small company, which is a back office to be able to provide HR, payroll support and accounting support for people that are hosting their own budgets or for organisations, small organisations that are looking for support in the background. So Courtney runs supported independent living here in the Bay. So I'm going to let Courtney talk about that first, and then I'll cover some of the other services that we're doing.
Cool. Apologies, I'm not the greatest public speaker, but I've got my notes here, so hopefully it's okay. So yeah, I'm the team manager for the Bay of Plenty supported living service. So I'm based in an office in Greerton, right next to Arahanui. So if you guys know anyone that goes there, I'm just in the little corner to the office. So we are a practical supported living service. So we support clients with physical or neurodiverse disabilities with accessing our community and working on their own chosen goals to be as independent as possible. We have a range of disabilities, all from throughout the years, but it's more typical to have physical disabilities like a stroke, muscular dystrophy, or intellectual disabilities, autism. That's the sort of scope we have within our clients. We have, I'm only just in the office, I'm the background work. I have a team of awesome support staff who are on the ground in the community supporting our clients. We're working on these goals. We've got about 12 to 13 of them that work with our clients. Everything comes down to client choice. They have the choice of what goals they want to work on, what support staff they want to work with, and what else is there? So we support our clients with building their independence and being as independent as possible. Our service is designed for clients to come in, work on their independence, and then be discharged because they've reached the maximum level of independence. But sometimes that's not the case. Often it's not the case. You know, a lot of our disabilities, they do deteriorate with age and need extra support. So we continue providing that support as best as we can and letting our clients, be independent. That's pretty much it.
Thanks, Court. So I just wanted to talk about where Enrich Plus is going or intending to go. So we have, as I said, in the Bay, we're literally getting a footprint. So we've started with supported independent living. We also have supported employment contract. So our supported employment contract is about getting people in that are looking for employment. Now we know it's a hard market out there at the moment for everyone, and people with disabilities are underemployed, undervalued, and we're trying to change that. So when we sat down and looked at where we're going in that supported employment space, we really had to think about what do we need? What do we need, and what do our people need to be at the front, to get their CVs looked at, to get past that first recruiting point. And a lot of it is looking at the actual CVs and going, what are your skills, what have you got? And we'll start doing a bit of deeper dive in there. One of the things that came up, and actually Turning Point have just talked about it, so I sort of stole a bit of the thunder, was AI, and where are we going in that space? How can that help our clients? how can that help the people we support? But we're also looking at what other credentials do our people need? What are they coming out with, especially the younger ones that are coming out of the school system, often coming out without anything. So we've worked with a couple of organisations and we're now offering what we call micro-credentials. So we can enrol our clients onto micro-credentials. So the first one we kicked off about 8 weeks ago, which is understanding AI and generative AI. I actually sat the course myself because I thought this might teach me something, which it did, which was great. So also this was a trial to see if I could understand it. Hopefully we could get our support staff and other people to be able to support our clients to work through it. So we've now got a range of AI, a range of micro-credentials that we can offer in that employment space. So while we're looking for jobs and while we're building the soft skills that often clients need to be able to get employed, we can also offer these micro-credentials. And it's been an awesome experience. We've had some that we've had out of our first intake. We'll be very honest, we lost 50% of them. Didn't even get off the start line. But if you're considering that the people we're working with are at the hard end, that 50% was really good. So, and out of that 50%, the 50% left, they'll all graduate. So that's really cool. They'll come out with their first micro-credential. And then we've already had enrolments for the next course coming on, which is great because we can then do that scaffolding about building skills and developing. So that's in our supported employment space. And in our supported independent living space, we're fighting the system, as everybody is here. And you're right, Peter, I do agree, you know, support net, they can be seen as the enemy. They're really hard for us at the moment to get supported independent living as their top earning, well, their top costing contract. So unless you are in desperate need, you cannot get across the line with them. So we are really taking an advocating role and being able to beat the drum and say, hey, these people need support. But we're also reaching out to acting as almost like a lead agency and being able to connect people and thinking innovatively around how we get our clients more support. When the funder is going, you've only got this many hours. And even ourselves and Arahanui are working innovatively in that space. So it's great to be able to join the trust and be able to network out further. Going forward, we'd love to be able to bring across a supported activities program or join in with somebody else that has a supported activities program here. I think there's still a lot of value in that. There's still a lot of value in people being able to connect with the communities of their choice rather than being told that they know they have to go and do something else, or there's still space for that in the community. The Mackenzie Centre is our early intervention centre, and I can't say that we can bring that over because it is an MOE contract. Again, it's a really hard space, it's an early intervention space. But if you know anyone in the Waikato that needs early intervention, please reach out. So we work with the babies that have been coming out of, right from when they sort of hit 6-7 months, we can start working with them through to the time that they go to school. So we have a team of allied health professionals that work in that space with young children, and that early intervention really makes a difference for that family, and it's about building that trust and hope for people right from the beginning through till they go to school. The other part that we are bringing into the Bay of Plenty, we started a couple of years ago, failed miserably, come back with a new plan, is our autism groups. So this is being able to provide social activities for children and youth with autism. As we know, a lot of people with autism live beside people instead of with people. So it's learning and teaching those social skills that aren't developed as they move through the school system. So we will be opening those up very shortly for January to start in the new school year next year. And it'll be a range of social skills that we're teaching. It'll be run on school term, and it's a fee for service activity. But good news is you can use your respite hours or your carer support hours to be able to attend. So we will be putting that out, and I'll put it out through the trust if that's okay, when we actually open those for enrolment. So if you have anyone that is looking for that sort of support, hopefully we'll be able to provide it for you. Thank you for listening to us today. I'm sorry we didn't come with a fancy car.
Next time.
And if you've got any questions, please feel free to fire them at us.
We'll catch us up.
Yeah. Thank you very much.